Haven't uploaded for a very, very long time because I've been working on a project. So I've been working on a new game, which is an FPS shooter game. Basically, you have a pistol, you have an AK, and a knife, and you have to beat certain levels in the game. This is my first game in Unity, so it's probably not going to be the best, but I created a couple things in it that it's pretty fun. So I'm going to quickly show it to you guys, and next video I will be teaching you how to do some of this stuff for yourself. Like, for instance, maybe on collision, go to the next scene, or maybe some code like that. And I'm just going to remind you guys, this is not in HTML or CSS. This is actually in C Sharp, which is a different programming language. So I'm going to quickly show you guys. Let's get into the game. Alright, so for starters, basically we have a gun range for basically you can get in there, you can hit a couple targets. You can actually throw grenades, which I had a very fun time with because I just spawned in a couple of ragdolls and just couldn't forget about that. You can knife, which is pretty obvious, every game has that. But there's actually 2 knife attacks you can do with Q and F, which is pretty simple. You can hit this box to head back to level 1. I'm just going to play it. Eventually, I will actually be dying on purpose, just to show you guys what happens, but I'll probably die in level 2. So that was level 1. I have a timer at the top. Oh, and these as well, which is just fun. Level 2. I'm gonna quickly die just to show you guys what happens. So basically, it'll take you to this. It'll give you the option to restart. You just run into this block. You can hit these little targets over here. Actually, I made it so that you can actually destroy the glass. Like, for instance, boom. It's almost destroyed. Well, actually, I made it so that you can't destroy this specific type of glass because I don't really want you actually leaving the area. Which you probably get that, guys. I don't believe I will be releasing it, but if you guys do want to play it, eventually I will leave a file in the description below. So I'm going to quickly beat this game. There's not too many levels. There's only 3 at the moment. Spent a lot of time on this script for the FPS, like the first-person shooter. And I had to animate the character with the running and stuff, and that took a while. But I did use a ton of assets that I'll leave in the link below, or I can just say it now. So I used a ton of wall assets, FPS assets. I used I just watched a ton of YouTube videos like you guys are doing right now. And that's how I actually learned how to do things like this. I had one ginormous problem with this game, which basically I couldn't actually make it change scenes once you hit the cube, which was very annoying. So I fixed it eventually. I also made it so you can holster your weapon. So let me do that. Boom, it's holstered. So yeah, that'll be it. And if you want, I'm gonna actually edit this a bit because this is a game dev. So the last level was level 4. Let's get quickly into that. I'm gonna show you how I built maps and how I do everything here. So this is the FPS player right here. It shows what you can see and absolutely everything in the game. But we have one problem. I built a terrain, but we don't have any obstacles or levels or any of that. So let's do that right now. I am very lazy, and I don't want to build extra cubes. So I'm going to go in level 1. Q, Control C. Level 4, Control V. And it should spawn perfect. Oh, that was very perfect. Don't mind. So let's move that a bit back. And also we're gonna actually take this. And I encourage you guys not to hit this refresh button and spin it around like that, because there's a lot of times where it's not going to be on point. So I encourage you guys to go to rotation, go to the y-axis, and just put 90. And it is just so much easier, so much quicker, and you don't have to edit it that much. Because normally that usually takes me a long time. I don't know if it will take you guys a long time. Sometimes you may get lucky first try. But I just encourage you to do that. But it's all on you, though. We can Control V, Control C. Alright, so now we have a simple area where the player can walk. If I play the game, it'll simply just look like this. Not much. So, well, what do we want to do now? We want to make a floor. We want to do a couple other things. Okay. For the floor, we can actually take this guy right over here. Control C, Control V, and once again we can go to the X-axis for the rotation and say, well, actually, nah, it was the Z. So now it would look like this, and it shouldn't be too difficult to set up. I'll quickly throw it up there. Now we have a ground. Usually for the lava, I don't actually make lava. I just use a different tile type that's red. But if you guys really do want to make lava, I can actually make lava just for this, for fun. You can actually create your own materials here. I'm going to call it lava. And here, it'll give you a ton of options where you can edit it. Like, this is for color, obviously. So I'm going to quickly just make it like that. I want it to be bright, though. What's like the brightest color I can find? I mean, it actually always depends a lot on your lighting most of the time. That'll help you out a lot with lighting wise. I'm just gonna throw in a deep orange, maybe. Something like that. Which we can obviously use, and then now we're gonna exit out. Something else you guys are gonna have to do is you guys may have to add collisions on these, which is a box collider. When it says is trigger, that means that it'll trigger an event in your script once you click that, or once you have collision with the box. So I'm just gonna create some lava, which we already did. Control V. We're gonna go over here, and we can actually just simply move this over, because why not? Go to lava, and boom, that's our lava for the level, pretty much. I know this is very simple. Like now when we play it, this is literally what it looks like. And you see how it's glitching a lot? There's a way we can fix that, is we can actually just spread them apart, and it should work a lot better. Now we want the player to die, so we have to add a trigger, add a component, and I already created a script called dead so that you can die. I can quickly go to here and just show you what the script is. It's super simple. Void on trigger enter, which means when you collide with it, collider out there, scene manager, which means it's going to switch to scene number 4. You have to use Unity scene management or else nothing will work. So now, let's say, ooh, we're on this level. Looks so fun. Let me quickly attempt to beat this. Oops, I died. Just like that, and now we would restart the entire thing. So now we want to finish it up. We're going to quickly just add a couple more cubes. This is for level, I believe, 4. Materials are actually extremely important. I encourage you guys to play around with this as much as you can just to get to know how Unity works. Because Unity has so many features that I'm not even close to knowing. I spent so much time on this, and still I only know less than a percentage of what Unity is capable of. So I definitely encourage you guys to just look further and deeper. Alright, so now what do we want to do? Let's say we want to add some obstacles to our map, which obviously you have to do that or else there's honestly zero, like there's no point. So first of all, I actually have breakable glass that I animated. So let's go to breakable window. We can go to prefabs and our window should be right there. I can make the window as big as I want to because I want to fit the entire thing. Alright, now I'm going to move it back a bit so that it can match the lava. So now when the player tries jumping through, they're going to hit and break the window and they'll have a really cool scene. Now what we want to do is we want to add a 3D text so the player sees what they have to do for the level. I know we're not really on that yet, but I'm just going to get to it because it's not too difficult. We're going to go to level 1. I will teach you guys how to do it, I'm going to do it this way because it's a ton of editing and I don't want to really change the font sizes and stuff too much. Because I'm going to get too deep in it, too deep into it, and you know. So, I'm going to show you guys how to do this yourself as well. Well, let me quickly add it in for me. Oh, I can. Okay, it should pop up still. Okay, here you are. The text will spawn at a random area inside of the map, so it's sometimes better to just create your own text. But whatever, it's whatever, to be honest. We can move that back. Level 1, okay. Now I will be teaching, okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to make your own. You can go to right click over here in the HREARY, or whatever that is, 3D objects, and you can click on 3D text and it'll let you edit and change the color and do whatever you want with it. I'm just going to here say level 4, and I'm going to say break glass. Even though maybe sometimes it'll show that your text is outside, no matter what, the player will have the ability to see the entire thing, because the game knows it's probably important, and Unity added that feature. So game 4, break a glass. Okay, I don't know what just happened, so we will actually be redoing that. I actually do think I do know what happened. So basically, the glass collided with the lava, and that is a bummer. So what are we going to do? To fix this, we can actually separate the glass and move it a bit further away. I know it would be definitely sick and cool for that feature, but at the moment, it's not working. I can definitely fix it eventually and show you guys how to fix it when I have the time to, but for now, I'm just going to be doing this and moving the glass a bit further. So now when we play, the same error should not occur. Hopefully, as long as... Alright, perfect. We can actually, instead of just adding more boxes next to each other, you can always just increase the size of one box. And actually with this box, I'm actually going to be moving it a bit further away for the fun of it. Same with this little dude. Perfect, alright. Let me quickly increase the size of this box, and it should fit all the way through. If it does not, then that is okay. You guys can fix that yourselves. It is not hard. You just have to stretch out the box, like, as far as you want. Now I'm going to stretch this box out as well. If you don't want to stretch out the box like this, you can also do it in the tools bar or the project bar, whatever you guys want to call it. I will show you how in a second. You can just like, it says scale here, which means like X, Y, Z width, height. You could change it up a bit, whatever you want to do whatever you like. It all depends on you guys. So cube 21, we're gonna Control C, Control V it, and now we can just separate it. And the other one should still be there, because whenever you're copy and paste a material or a wall that is already inside of your game, it will automatically spawn it on top of each other, which actually sometimes makes it easier. And if you guys are thinking what's better, Unity or Unreal Engine, they both are very good, okay? It just Unreal Engine is better for the graphics, and it can handle a lot more things than Unity can. I'm just gonna throw that at you guys. So now I want to make this a lot harder. I mean, it looks pretty simple stuff, but we can add things that we didn't do before, like adding a cube. You guys are probably wondering where the cube will spawn, and it's going to spawn down there for me, which really sucks. And this I do not like about Unity, but you guys are just going to have to deal with it. It sucks a lot. It's a lot of moving around, and it takes a lot of time. Alright, and it should have worked. And there we go. Here's our cube. I'm going to create like a simple jumping kind of little levelly map, sort of, so I can just increase the size of this. I'm going to make it like that. Control C, Control V. As long as the box collision is enabled, then it should work. The map or the game that I am making at the moment is not very hard. It is actually pretty simple, to be honest. But it's fun in a couple of ways. Now I'm gonna add a box, and you guys are probably wondering when I was playing, I'm not sure if you're wondering this, but earlier I made it so that the box spins, so that like you know for sure that that's your end point. I will be showing you guys how to do that as well. One moment please, I am gonna quickly set this up, and I'm gonna say hits the box. Alright, and we can actually use the same box as this right here. It just, we may have to edit it a bit. Pull it out of the ground, move it over here. Oh god, where am I? So confused. Alright, I'm just gonna get up here and hope. Okay. Ah, that happens a lot to me. Actually, that's happened to me so much before that something horrible happened and I had to delete it because I had no idea where my camera was. If you guys know how to fix that problem, please tell me, because that problem is such a pain in the back. Alright, now we're going to quickly add a spinning effect so that it spins. And it actually looks great, to be honest. I'm going to quickly just do that. Alright, this should be a perfect or good enough box. So basically, I created a script called Spin earlier. You guys, I'm just going to quickly show it to you guys and how it works, pretty much. Let's quickly find it though. Okay. So spin, it's just a very simple script. Float, Z, math, F, ping pong, time, length. And the access is basically telling you how it's going to be spinning. For me, I set up my own access. I got this code from Danny. Danny, if you guys don't know him, you can search him up on YouTube. He is really good at this kind of stuff. So I'm going to quickly add a material here to make it just, honest to God, look better in general. Oh, let's see. This one should be pretty good, I suppose. Alright, and right now our box does not do anything. We're going to make it do something, though. Let's just play and test out our level. So, yeah. The mouse sensitivity on our characters is very bad. I'm going to quickly change it to 3. If you guys want to do that, you could play around with it, but 3 is what I usually do. I'm going to add like a setting in the game where you guys can change it. I also forgot to add it. Oh, it did work. Oh, I thought I forgot to add it, but I just remembered that we did that in the video. Okay. So, oh my, this level looks fun. I'll quickly break that. Glass, ooh, jumpity jump, jumpity jump, jumpity jump, and jumpity jump. Run through the glass, ping pong, and see how it's spinning? This is like the perfect spin. I don't know why I enjoy watching this so much, but it's just so perfect. I'm gonna quickly move it down a bit. Alright, so now let's make it so that our box has the ability to take us to the next level. First of all, we're going to go to our levels and we're going to add a new level so that, you know, just so that it can actually do that, like move us to the next level. So let's go to level 1. We're going to save everything. Click on the 3 dots. Add a new scene. Now it's going to say untitled, so you're going to click on the 3 dots, save scene as, and I'm going to call this level 5. So you can choose which folder it's going to pop up in, but I'm just going to choose assets. It should pop up here. I'm going to move it into levels. Now what you guys can do is you can go into the build settings and you're going to have to add level 5 here. So let's quickly add our level 5. And boom, that should work. Right now, I see a ton of brightness, and I just would like to see how it's working. Okay, the brightness works well. For a second there, I thought it would mess absolutely everything up. But it's fine. So, now that we have our level 5 and we added it to that build settings, we're going to go into level 4. And we're going to add a script to the box that is basically telling it on collision with the box, we're going to go to the next level. So, I'm going to add a component, new script, and I'm going to call it next level 5. You guys, it doesn't allow spaces, so. Alright, next level 5, and it should supposedly appear here, and it is appearing here. We're going to actually add level 4 there too. Oh. Okay, so assets. It's loading a bit. Let's head over to scripts. Oh shoot, I did something so wrong. Okay. That is not meant for anything to happen here. I accidentally added them to levels. So basically you can drag them back into the assets and we can redo that quickly. Just hope it, okay. Now it should pop up back into the assets. Hopefully, okay. Level 4, scripts. Level 5. We're going to quickly drag it into scripts. So now it should pop up inside of scripts. And I called it next level 5. So now we're going to add a couple things to it. We don't need any of this. Sometimes when you're writing a script you do. But right now we don't. Now we will be using Unity Engine dot scene management, which is very important to get in. I am very lazy, so I will not be actually putting in scene management, and I will just actually be copying it. and pasting it. But you guys get what I mean by that. Scene management, alright. Public class next to this already pops up. You don't have to add it. It should already automatically just pop up. Change level. Alright, now we're gonna need a void on trigger event. I'm gonna copy it as well, but you guys can just put it in. So void on trigger enter, which means when it collides with any other object, then it will switch to scene load scene number 1. Now we are going to go back, and what it means by load scene number 1 is once you added it to your build settings, over here it'll give it a number. So each scene has its own number, and level 5 has 6. So instead of 1 going to the first level, it's going to go to 6. Just like that. So it's going to quickly load over here. It's going to tell you if you got it. If there's an error, then there's an error, and you're probably going to maybe spelled something wrong, because the scene management thing, I spelled that wrong a lot. So let's quickly make our way over here. You can download a ton of glass assets if you want this as well. You can just download it in the asset store. Alright, we hit there, and boom, it goes to level 5. It's that easy. Now when we end it, it's going to go back to level 4. So that's basically how I make the level, how I make it switch scenes, how I kill the player, and that's about it, actually. I'm going to show a bit more gameplay on this. I'm going to just play it a bit. You guys do not have to watch it, okay? I'm just going to play. You guys can leave the video now that I've showed you everything. But I'm going to play a bit, so yeah. Just... I'm not going to add in any music. This will be an unedited video. I'll quickly head over to the gun range. Prove my accuracy. I may actually give you guys the file. If you guys want me to add anything into the game, you can just write it in the comments section. I would love to read your comments and look at you guys' ideas, because who knows, they could be great. Even if you want to send me some art, I could probably add in a new gun to the game, or something like that. But it's a really entertaining game. It's really simple. If you just want to play a game, you know, quick death run. Now that I have a simple gun range, then this is probably it. I eventually might actually add in an ability to play with, like a multiplayer. If you guys are interested. Okay. So let me quickly head over to the cube. This is the level we just made, and I actually may keep it in, because it's not a bad level. Alright, and that'll be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Peace, and bye. Thanks again. Alright.